This lesson continues our investigation of linear functions. You'll see here a line, and I want to show you how you can use 2 points on the line to find the slope. So there's a few points indicated here. Let's look at this one right here. Look at it and decide what its coordinates are. Okay? Hope that you decided its coordinates are 1, 3. It's over 1 and up 3. Going to do the same for this point right here. What are its coordinates? Okay, well, it's over 1, 2, 3, 4 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are its coordinates. We can now use those coordinates for the 2 points and plug them into the slope formula, and that'll give us the slope. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. To find the slope, which we usually call m, I'm going to do y2 minus y1, so 5 minus 3 in the numerator, and then in the denominator x2 minus x1, 4 minus 1, 4 minus 1, and I get 5 minus 3 is 2, 4 minus 1 is 3. So the slope is 2/3, which means you go up 2, 1, 2, and over 3, 1, 2, 3, which would be true for any 2 points on the line that I have indicated, up 2, over 3, and so on. Okay, now I'm going to look at another point on the line, but this point, see if I can find it here, in red. Notice that it's not easy to identify its coordinates because they're not integers. So since I don't know what they are exactly, I'm just going to call them x, y. Now, this is sort of a trick. I'm going to find the slope between 1, 3 and xy. How would I do that? Well, I would go plugging into the slope formula. Y minus 3, that's y minus 3, over x minus 1. And that should be the slope. And I already know that the slope is 2/3. Okay, so the slope between 1, 3 and 4, 5 came out to be 2/3. And we should get the same slope if we go from 1, 3 to this point I've labeled x, y. Now, doing a little bit of algebraic manipulation, I'm going to multiply both sides by x minus 1. So on the left-hand side, the x minus 1 is now gone, and we get 2/3 x minus 1 on that side. This suggests the thinking behind what we call the point-slope form for a linear equation, which I will demonstrate on the next page. Okay, suppose in general you have 2 pieces of information about a line. You have 1 point on the line, let's call that x1, y1. So this right here, this right here, this is a point whose coordinates we know. Suppose we also know the slope of the line. Suppose I tell you that the slope of the line is, well, let's just call it m. By the way, your book uses the letter B for slope. I'm going to use m because that's what most other textbooks do, and I think that's more standard. Okay, so we have this point on the line that we know, x1, y1, and we have this other, and our goal is to find an equation. Well, here's what we know. We know that the slope can be found by doing this, y minus y1 over x minus x1. That's this y value minus that one, and then this one minus that one. Okay, and this, if we multiply both sides of the equation by x minus x1, we get this, m times x minus x1 equals y minus y1. If I just reverse what's on either side of the equal sign, I get what is called the point-slope form for a linear equation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and box that up. That's an important result. It's called the point slope form. And we can use it to find the equation of a line if we have a point on the line and the slope of the line. I'm going to demonstrate on the next screen how that works. Okay, so your homework assignment, number 10. I'm going to do problem 1 for you. I still expect this to be on your homework papers when you turn them in, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, so I'm going to park up here at the top the point slope form of an equation. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, because that's what I'm going to use. Alright, so this point right here is x1, y1, and this number right here, 3/4, is the slope. So I'm going to go ahead and plug those into this equation. Where I see a y, I'm going to write y. Where I see a y1, I write 7. Equals, for m, well, I know the slope is 3/4. That was given to me. And then where I see an x, I write x. Where I see an x1, I write -3. Now, normally, we don't write x minus -3, we change that to x plus 3. So there you have it, y minus 7 equals 3/4 x plus 3. By the way, your book, not only do they use b instead of m, they express their answers like this. They add this constant to both sides to get y equals 3/4 x plus 3, and then we're going to add 7 to both sides. I think the reason they do it that way in your book is because then when it just says y equals, it's easier to enter into your calculator. Okay, so I do want you to have this work on your paper for number 1, and then I want you to solve number 2 and number 3 on your own, and be ready to review those with classmates tomorrow.